Check connection. All right. I've got one person on. Who is this? Leslie? I think it's you. I gotta get closer. No, Beverly Brown. Hey, Sister Brown. How are you, love? I'm farther away from the Instagram. I'm gonna have to pull it up. Hey, Bam. I'm making it a little bit bigger. There. I bring you in a little bit closer. Am I clear on there, Bam? Can you hear me? Can you see me? You can just give me a thumbs up or a yes. Whatever you want to say. Hi, Albert Michael. Okay. Thank you. Hi. Hello, Jerry. How are you? I'm getting ready to cook up this vegan chili for all my customers tomorrow. How about that? How about that? I got all my ingredients and stuff lined up behind me. They're over here. They over here. I got to move. Let's see. I don't know if that helps. Yeah, that kind of helps Instagram, but I don't know. Maybe Instagram. I think Instagram, you need to stay where you was. You need to stay where you was. Great. I'm glad that you're doing good. I'm doing well myself. I had my grandbabies last evening. They left around late afternoon. And so they spent the night. I've been gathering myself together to get myself ready to make this chili, which is on the menu for tomorrow. So, those of you who have come on, thank you for joining me on this live. And those of you who will watch later on, I hope you enjoy this video. I think I made it before on one of my videos, but I wasn't sure. And someone was asking me on one of my lives if I had made a video, if I was going to make it, on live. So I'm going to attempt to do it. Hopefully it won't take me too long. If it does, if you check out, it's okay. I understand. But thank you for the 5 that are on. Thank you for the thumbs up that I have. I have 5 on and 1 thumbs up. So thank you. And everybody over there on Instagram, on YouTube, and possibly Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I got my huge cooking pot over here. Huge cooking pot. That's what I usually cook in when I'm doing really big orders. Make this just a little bit bigger because I feel like Instagram, you're far away from me. That's better. That's better. Okay, so got my big pot over here. And I'm going to start by adding the beans I've already cooked. So I pre-cooked half a bag of black beans, and I pre-cooked half a bag of pinto beans. So I have 2 cups each of those beans cooked, and I cook them in organic vegetable stock. So I'm going to keep the stock in the beans, and I'm going to add it to the pot, keep the stock in the beans, and add to the pot. So the stock was vegetable stock, but now it has a lot more flavor going on through it because I added a little bit of liquid smoke. And then after they were cooked, I added, a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. So they've been seasoned well. Not over seasoned, but seasoned, and they're ready to be added to. So I'm going to go ahead. These are the black beans. Now these are the pinto beans. So I poured the stock off so that you can see the pinto beans. So you see them? They've been cooked. Okay. And I'm pouring the stock and the beans. Now, if all of you all cook your beans the right way, that first soak, you pour that off, and then you rinse them, and then you start all over again after they've had that 1 hour soak. So after the 1 hour soak, I poured all that off, rinsed them again, and then I added the organic vegetable stock to the beans to cook them. Okay, and that's 6 to 8 cups of water over 2 cups, 16 ounces of dried beans, and you cook them till they get to the tenderness that you would like for them to be. So here are the black beans. I'm going to pour some of the stock off, and I want you to be able to see the beans. So there are the black beans. There they are. Okay, hey, Mother Wilkes. And so I'm going to go ahead and pour all that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on this fire. I'm going to put it at about 4 and let that start warming up. I just want it to warm up. I don't want it cook because I don't want my beans to become mushy. Okay, and now the other bean that I add to my chili is the dark red kidney beans. And these are organic dark red kidney beans. These are from the can. I got 3 cans of them here. I've rinsed them off. They're very good. And just so you know, kidney beans are good for your kidneys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add those in here with the rest of the beans in the stock. All right. Put this over here. Okay. This one. Okay, so the next thing I want to do while that's warming up is go ahead and sweat my vegetables. So what vegetables am I putting in here? Well, I'm going to show you some of them. These are some of them. I've got celery. I've got flat leaf Italian parsley. I've got white onion. And I've got a little bit of red bell pepper. Okay, so those are the fresh ingredients, but I do have other ingredients that I'm going to be adding. And of course, can't forget my already fresh peeled garlic. I'm getting lazy these days. I used to chop up my own garlic, but when I start buying this bag, I mean, honey, it's hard to go back to peeling your own garlic. And once you start buying it already peeled in the bag. So I've got my fresh garlic here, and that, of course, is going to be part of my fresh ingredients. But over here I have my pan where I'm going to sweat my vegetables. I've got it on 7 right now. And I've got some grapeseed oil. Got some grapeseed oil here. I'm going to go ahead and put 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil. And now I'm going to chop up. I'm going to start with some celery. Chopping up some of the celery. Let's see. Let's go with this one. Okay, so I go down the middle there. And I'm just going to since the celery is probably the hardest, well, it takes the longest to become tender and translucent. So I chop that up first, and I put that in the pan first and let that sweat first. Okay? So I'm making quite a big batch because I have, let me go back over here and check again. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 orders of chili. So these, what are you looking at? These are my order forms. These are my order forms. So on the menu was the chili and the mushroom broccoli stir fry with cauliflower rice or basmati rice. And then I'm also making the Waldorf apple salad. And then the gourmet salad and vegan cornbread. But I'm going to put my orders right back over there. And so as I chop up this celery, I'm going to scoop it up and put it on this plate. Because I don't want to add celery intermittently because I want it all to cook at the same time. So I'm just going to let the pan warm up here. And I'm going to chop up a little bit more celery. This is a bigger piece. Hopefully you all are doing fine. Fall is truly here because we were out on the veranda with the grandbabies and the sun was shining, so it was a beautiful day. But you could still feel that little bit of nip in the air. But they had on their long sleeve garments, undergarments, shoes, socks, and long pants. And they had a great time out there on the veranda with Papa until the coffee got knocked over. And then we had to come on in. As soon as that coffee got knocked over, the bees started coming. Okay, so that's about, I'm going to say that's close to 2 to 3 cups of celery. Okay, the pan is heating up real nice. I think I'm going to do maybe a couple more small ones. And then we'll go ahead and add the celery. Okay. And I think that will be plenty. Okay, so there's the celery. Come a little closer. There you go. There's the celery. There's the celery. Okay. All right. Don't want to get burned here. That oil's pretty hot. One of the things that salt will do is help your vegetables to become tender and translucent. And will, just kind of add flavor to them as you get ready to add them to the mix. And so I'm just going to pour a little bit of pink Himalayan salt in this bowl here. And as I add the fresh veggies, just take a pinch. Toss it in there and let those begin to sweat. The only way they can sweat is if you put the lid on them. Okay. All right. Let's start on the onion. Got beautiful white onion here. So I go horizontally and then I go vertically. That's how I do it. Okay. Okay, so that's one onion. That was one very large onion. This is a smaller, more like a medium onion. Okay, And I'm thinking I need just a little bit more. So I'm going to cut this one in half. Okay. All right, so there's my white onion. I'm going to go ahead and add that. To the celery. Pinch of salt. Stir it around. Letting that sweat. Okay. All right, put all that right there. Okay. So the next thing we're going to cut up is, and by the way, I'm going to take part of this onion right here. Take about half of the half, so a fourth of an onion. We're going to add it to this water over here. In this water, I have the tops of my celery stalks. I'm going to add this onion in here. This is the beginnings of my own vegetable stock that I'm going to need when I get ready to do my stir fry in the morning. My broccoli, baby Bella mushroom stir fry in the morning. So I need more stock, so I'm going to make my own stock. And this is the beginnings of that, of making my own stock. Okay. All right, now I got just about a whole red pepper. And so I just kind of slice it long pieces, like so, like that. I'm going to be adding this to the chili as well. So I cut it longwise, and I come back and cut it into little bitty squares. Okay. Like that. It's going to add wonderful flavor, but also will add beautiful color. I like the red bell peppers because they're sweeter. So it adds a little bit of a sweet flavor to the chili. I probably could use my chopper, but I wasn't feeling the chopper today because right now I have to jerry rig it because the hinges have broken on it and I have not replaced it yet. So I didn't feel like fooling with it. So I didn't. Okay, so there's my one red bell pepper. Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. A lot of new. Yeah. I haven't had Waldorf salad in years. Need to make some. Oh, yeah. I've got, Mother Wilkes, I've got I decided to do walnuts. I was going to do pecans for the Waldorf salad. I have my pecans here. These are from Texas, from my Uncle Jim's pecan tree, my late Uncle Jim's pecan tree. My mother gave them to me because Mama can't crack no pecans. So they're so delicious and sweet. But, I'm having a hard time finding a cracker. I don't know where to buy them. I don't know where they sell them. They're not in the grocery store, and I think it's a little early for them. You know, they may come out like closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I was going to crack these for my Waldorf salad, and I said, no, we going to have walnuts. And as far as nuts are, walnuts are way up at the top there. So it just makes for a healthier salad. So I've got the walnuts. I've got the apples. I'm doing organic Honey Crisp apples. I'm doing red seedless grapes. Of course, I got more celery. And I thought about adding raisins, but I'm not going to do the raisins. That's pretty much it. And I'm going to take my vegan mayo and make my delicious cinnamony sauce and add it to that. And it's just going to be truly wonderful. Those pecans would have been great too. Maybe next time. Yep, maybe next time. Maybe next time. Okay. Oh, these are sweating nicely. They're not quite translucent yet. So we're just going to let them keep. You can see that they're getting a little tender, but I just need them to become a little bit more translucent. When I say translucent, it's almost like you can see kind of through them. So that's what I'm trying to wait on those to do. All right, but meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and add the red pepper to the celery, the onion, and let those cook together. It won't take the red pepper as long as the celery and the onion. So I'm adding that in last. All right. All right, the next fresh ingredient I want to add is I have a full bunch of parsley here. And what I do is I take the parsley, the bunch, like this. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get way down to the stems as far as I can. I'm going to cut the stems. The majority of the stems from the leaves. So I got the stems here. And this has been thoroughly washed. And I'm going to add the stems to this is going to be my vegetable stock that I'm making. So I'm going to add these stems. So I've got in here the stems from my parsley, the tops from my celery, and a fourth of a large white onion so far. Okay. So I'm just going to chop this. This is one full bunch of flat leaf parsley. And I'm using a full bunch because I got a big pot of chili I'm making here. Hi, Morgan. How are you, love? How are you? Who is this over here? Big Mamas. Misunderstood, Jerry. Okay, I saw you, Jerry. Misunderstood. Hello. And Big Mamas, hello. Hi, Tristan. How are you, darling? And who is that? Life with Vina. Hi there. How are you? That's a new one. I'm doing great. I am doing great. To God be the glory. All the glory belongs to God. I give him all the credit. If I'm doing well at all, it's because of his grace and his mercy. Amen. Amen. Okay, so I got my flat leaf parsley here. And I don't know. It's just something about parsley that adds something to any dish. Stir fries, soups, chilies. I don't know that many people add parsley to their chili, but Beverly does. Yes, I do. So I don't want to chop it up too fine, but it is flat leaf, so the leaves are a little broader. Okay, so we got that. And I'm going to go ahead and add that to this wonderful mixture. That. Okay. We're going to stir it around. I wish y'all could smell these. It just smells amazing. But this is what, if you get this right, the chili will be right. But look at the beautiful color of the mixture that's going to go into those beans over there and that wonderful stock that they were cooked in, the vegetable stock they were cooked in, and along with these fresh veggies that are being sweated. Okay, the final addition of fresh vegetables is going to be my fresh garlic. So I'm tell you what, I like a lot of garlic. I'm tell you what, I may even still add garlic powder, but I'm going to add about, let's see, I need it to equal to about two heads of garlic. So if it's going to be about 2 heads of garlic, that should do it. Now I need my garlic crusher. And here it is. My Pampered Chef garlic crusher. Okay, Miriam Sullivan, hi darling. How are you? And who is this? Big Mamas. All right, okay. All right, so let me just do this onto the plate right now. So I'm going to keep adding these little, I don't know, I may not need all of these, but I don't know, I just love garlic. And I remember my mother used to make turkey chili. Man, she would add that garlic in there, and it was like, you could tell. It just, I don't know, it just tastes delicious with the garlic she would put in there. Of course, she did the old-fashioned way. She peeled the garlic and crushed it and all that. She didn't have no garlic press like this, nothing like that. Mama did it the old way. Peeled that garlic and crushed it herself. There was a lot of love that went into that turkey chili. And we loved it. It was always turkey chili. Mama never made, she always made turkey chili. She never used the ground beef. I don't recall her ever making ground beef chili. It was turkey chili. But I'm going to tell you what. I wish y'all could smell this garlic. Wait till I add it to this mixture here behind me. You always want to add, I always like to add my garlic last because what you don't want is garlic to be overcooked. You don't want it to burn. You just want to sweat it just a little bit to get it started. I think that's plenty. I think I got enough. I got about 1/4 cup of garlic here. Fresh garlic. For this big pot, I think that's good. Okay. So we're going to stir that in there with that. We're going to stir it in there. Like that. And just the heat from the other vegetables is going to open up the flavor of the fresh garlic so that it doesn't really have to fry necessarily or sweat. But look at that. And it smells amazing. I'm well for asking. And you, dear heart, I am just wonderful. I'm just wonderful, Miriam. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn this off. Put this over here for now. And to this wonderful mixture of beans, I'm going to add all these sweating vegetables, these vegetables that have already sweated. Put all that in there. Like so, like that. Oh, wow. The aroma, y'all, the aroma. Okay, now that I have all of that in there, I can turn the fire up just a little bit. So I'm taking it up to about 7 on my stove. I'm going to take these extra toes of garlic that I did not use and put back into the bag here. And put this lid on here. And I'm going to take all this over here. So we got all those fresh ingredients out the way. I'm just going to rinse this pan out because in this pan I'm going to be cooking my, and it's been seasoned well, so I don't want to wash it. I just want to rinse it. You really shouldn't wash your pans because they call them seasoned. So you rinse them really well. But I use this pan for so many different things. There are those times that I do need to wash it. But this isn't one of those times. So I've rinsed it because I'm going to need to cook my Beyond Meat in there. Okay, so now what I have over here in these 2 bowls. So I've got my 3 beans in here that were cooked in vegetable stock. And so the stock that the beans were cooked with and the beans all in here with the vegetables that I've sweated. Okay, so all that's in there. This is diced tomatoes with green chilies. Okay, so this is spicy diced tomatoes. And, well, it's the milder one, so it's not too hot. And then these are just diced tomatoes. So I've got a bowl here of diced tomatoes, and I've got a bowl here of diced tomatoes with green chilies. So I'm going to add these first. Put that in there. And I'm going to start off with about half of these. And if I think I need more, then I'm going to add more. But right now I'm just going to add half. And what I want to do is grab a spoon. And I'm going to add half. Put some of that juice. Okay. Then we're going to stir it up. Okay, this is looking amazing. I can only imagine what it will eventually taste like. So I'm turning the fire up just a little bit more because I keep adding different things to this chili. The other thing I want to add, and I needed to pick up just a little bit before I add it, but I add a little bit of corn to my vegan chili. So I have 2 bags of frozen super sweet organic corn. And once that comes up to a low rolling boil, then I'll add the corn. Okay, so that's what I'm waiting on, for the boil to come up just a little bit. And then I'm going to add those 2 bags of corn. The other thing that I need to add, actually, this will be the last item that I add, but I always cook it first. And here, this is my Beyond Beef, which is plant-based meat, just like, you would buy a pound of ground beef. I bought 2 pounds of Beyond Meat, plant-based meat. I love Beyond Meat because this is not soy. Okay, I'm not totally against soy, but I don't like to consume a lot of it. So the difference between Impossible Meat and Beyond Meat is that Beyond Meat does not use soy. Okay, but Impossible Meat is made from soy. Okay? All right, so I've got 2 pounds of that. And I'm going to be frying that up in this pan over here shortly. But what I like to do is I want to make my, whereas back in the day when I made chili, I would make a roux with flour. I don't do that anymore, so I'm going to take, I have some cans of organic tomato paste. So I'm going to do that. And to that, I'm going to add maybe 1 or 2 cups of spring water. And then to that, I'm going to add all the seasonings that I put in my chili. So I have here chili lime spice blend. I have salt-free table blend. I have ground cumin. I have smoked paprika. And I don't have much smoked paprika, so I've got some regular paprika as well. If I had more smoke, it would just be smoked paprika. I have black pepper. And of course, we got our chili powder. Okay, you gotta have the chili powder. I have the salt here, but as I go, I add that because I don't want to add too much salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. I'm going to turn this pan on back here. And to it, I will start with about 2 cups of water. And this is spring water that I'm using. And I'm going to add this tomato paste. I have 3 cans. 1 can I opened and I didn't finish. So that's why you see 3. But, 2 should be enough. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish off this other can I have. So, like I said, this is organic tomato paste. 1. I think I got on the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so there's all my tomato paste. We need a wire whisk. And as that begins to heat up, I'm just going to go ahead and stir it. There we go. So it's sort of like going to be the consistency of a spaghetti sauce or a pasta sauce. But I prefer to do it this way than to take the tomato paste and put it in the pot. And then it's more cumbersome to try and mix the tomato paste and all the stuff. So what I do is I mix the tomato paste in water, and then I add my seasonings, and then I add that liquid mixture to the chili. All right, so the consistency now is almost like a tomato sauce. Okay. To this sauce, I'm going to add my seasonings. Now I'll start with about 2 teaspoons each of everything. And then as I go, I taste it. And let's see here. Open up my smoked paprika. How much I got here? That's not even a teaspoon in there. Here's my other paprika. Okay. Teaspoon of paprika. Well, let me turn that down. It's starting to simmer just a little bit. Teaspoon of black pepper. If I can get it open, I ain't got no nails, y'all. There we go. Okay. Maybe 2 teaspoons of this chili powder right now. 2 or 3 teaspoons of chili powder. 1, 2, 3. Probably will end up adding more. A teaspoon of salt-free seasoning. Teaspoon of cumin. Okay, is that everything? I think that is. All right, then I'm going to stir it up. It smells absolutely wonderful. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we're coming to a boil here. Looking good. All right. I'm ready to add my corn. I just cut it open. Stir that in there. Looking absolutely delicious. And now I'm going to add my sauce. Okay. Rinse any extra sauce off of it. Aha! Ah, that's looking like chili now. Okay, we're going going to let that continue to simmer. And now I'm going to do my Beyond Meat, Beyond Ground. Just rinsing the pan out here. All right, turning that fire back up. Get rid of some of this stuff. What does this go to? I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Slide all these over that way. This is done. Okay. All right, right here we have our Beyond Meat. So my pan is heating up over here. I'm going to go ahead and open these up with my kitchen shears. If any of you have ever cooked with Beyond Meat, it has a wonderful aroma and a wonderful flavor. You don't have to add nothing to it, really. If you add something to it, that's just extra. But it has a wonderful flavor, and it has you just don't need to add nothing to it. I'm just telling you. When you're making hamburgers with it, it's amazing. I just take some no soy sauce. I'll fry it in the pan. I'll take some no soy sauce and put it in there with the hamburgers, and maybe throw some onions in there with it. And honey, boy, let me tell you, some good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little bit of grapeseed oil. I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to do a close-up so you can see what the plant-based meatless ground looks like. It looks like hamburger. Okay. And then we're going to add, kind of break it up. Now, one thing about plant-based meat is you have to be careful because it's not like regular meat that's full of fat. Plant-based meat is not full of fat, so it will stick. So you got to be consistent with stirring it. Throw this stuff away. Okay. Let's see here. And when you cook it, it's not like regular ground beef that, it goes from pink to brown. Plant-based ground has kind of a pink hue to it. So many times people think, oh, it's not done. So you don't want to overcook it because it becomes very tough and rubbery. So you cook it until it has a little bounce to it and there's some resistance to it, but you don't want to just keep cooking it. So turn that fire up just a little bit. Okay, so I've broken it up a little bit with this, but as it continues to cook, I'm going to use my 5-prong ground chopper that chops up the meat real evenly. Okay, and this is once again, this is a Pampered Chef gadget, but I think you can find these in stores now. When I bought these Pampered Chef items, it was years ago, before before people brought them out on the market. So. Just for the record, 1 pound, the typical cost of 1 pound of plant-based Beyond Meat ground is $10. So this is $20 worth of meat. Okay, so I want you to look at it. As you can see, it looks kind of brown, but it kind of has a little pinkness to it. But it's still kind of very, if you will, tender and soft. So I'm going to keep cooking it until it has, the bounce or the bounce of regular ground meat. So I still need to cook it a little bit more. And that's what I shall do. Meanwhile, let's check on this. Let's check on this. Let's do it. Where's my other spoon? Oh, yes. I'm just going to give you an idea of what this looks like. Only because I cannot bring this big old pot over here to you, and I can't bring you to the pot. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So far. Okay, so far, look at all the beautiful colors in this chili. Okay. Let's see all the beautiful colors in the chili. See that? I don't want to spill it. Okay, so, oh my God, it just, all right. And you know what, while I have it out, I probably should just go ahead and taste it to see what other things I need to add. The other thing I add to my chili is just to take some of the bite out of the, tomatoey, is I add pure maple syrup. I add a little bit of pure maple syrup to my chili, and it kind of takes the bite out of the tomatoey part and, gives it balance. It tastes wonderful. Some people may not do that, but Beverly does. So let me taste it now and see. As you notice, I have not added really any salt to the mixture other than sweating the vegetables. But I'm going to see what it tastes like before I start to, add too much salt. Lord, we thank you. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I don't need to add much salt. Y'all, I can't wait to add the meat to it. Oh my goodness. Baby. Oh, okay. Okay. So the meat was ground. It's getting there. It smells amazing. Okay, so now that this is on a low simmer, I'm going to go ahead and add my maple syrup. which is right here. I want y'all to see, for those you can see, I had to come in here and redo my cabinet because Dr. Woodard was fussing with me. He said there are too many bags of stuff up here, and I don't know what it is. And I teased him. I said, because you're not cooking with it. This is all plant-based food now. He says, well, can you fix it where I can find what I'm looking? So I straightened it out a little bit. He was very happy. All right, so I need a measuring cup. I gotta measure this. I can't just. So we'll start with a fourth. It doesn't take much. And one thing about pure maple syrup is it sweetens like the dickens. You don't have to add a lot of it. Okay. Yum. Me. Okay. So there's my meatless ground. It's that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my chili. And as you can see, I did pretty good. There wasn't a lot of sticking going on because, you got to add a little oil and then continue to, but, you could see that it started sticking just a little bit on this side of the pan. Okay, so nevertheless, it's out and it's now in the chili. And oh my goodness, this here stuff is going to be amazing. So I'm going to let that continue to simmer. I should have added a little bit of meat to this bowl. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know what I'm finna do. This is what I did on my last line. My customers are probably going to get a little upset with me because you just going to get the chili. You won't get the cheese and the sour cream. So I'm going to tell you what. This plant-based stuff, I mean, I could include that, but, I would truly have to go up on my pricing because plant-based foods are not inexpensive. I'll say that. But I don't want to go up too high on my prices, so I do what's, necessary. So I'm adding some Daya vegan cheddar style shreds and some plant-based sour cream Kroger brand. Okay, so I'm adding that to my chili, right? Lord, we thank you again. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what. Y'all. Now, some of y'all may have to add dairy cheese and dairy sour cream, but it still makes for a wholesome I've got some crumbs left from these organic chia and quinoa chips. They're just They're similar to tortilla chips, but they're made from chia seed and quinoa. And so what I'm gonna do is just sprinkle a little bit of those on top, just like that. Just like that. And then I'm gonna hunt baby. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. Right now I'm being real rude. I am being rude. I guarantee you, Dr. Woodard is gonna be eating some chili tonight. For real, for real. He's gonna be doing it. But while they're simmering, I just want to show you some other things that I purchased for the rest of my getting that water in. For the rest of my cooking. So I'm doing that broccoli stir fry, the broccoli portobello mushroom. And so you see these beautiful mushrooms. Okay, so this is going to be for the stir fry. I'm going to slice those. And then those are organic. And then I've got the organic broccoli flowerets that I'm going to be using for the stir fry. The other thing that I wanted to show you are these beautiful organic Honey Crisp apples for the Waldorf salad. Anybody knows what makes a Waldorf salad? Well, you know, I used to do it with the chicken and all that, and I make a delicious jackfruit salad, which all I do is I substitute the chicken with the jackfruit. That's delicious. But so the apple Waldorf salad is truly just the apples. You add the apples and you take away the meat, and then you got the grapes and the nuts and all that other stuff, the celery. But they're beautiful. These are your Honey Crisp apples. These are the organic ones, and so I got a bulk size, not bulk size, but whatever size you call this when you go to Costco. You never had Waldorf, sir? Not Marie. Hi, not Marie. How you doing, girl? Never had it? Oh, I loved it. We had this nice little fine restaurant downtown Zionsville that we used to go to, and I would always order the Waldorf salad. Absolutely delicious. But learning to replace it with other things and do some of the jackfruit salad can replace it any day. I would tear me some jackfruit salad up just like the Waldorf. Okay, so yeah, I probably won't do the stir fry till in the morning because that's something that I don't want to sit overnight. I'd rather be a little more fresh. So in the morning, I'll do my stir fry. I may go ahead and make my vegan cornbread tonight and make my chop up the veggies for my salads and stuff like that. But the main thing I have gotten out of the way. Well, I know I'm going to go ahead and make that salad tonight. I'm going to toss it. Y'all. Whoever get this chili, you're going to be blessed. Hi, Gail. And Dana Bradfield. Hello, darling. Coco Brown. Who else on here? D. Oh, there's a lot of people over here on Instagram. I'm sorry I missed y'all. It's hard for me to see over here on Instagram because I've got YouTube and Facebook on my desktop, which is huge. But Instagram is on my phone. Never tried jackfruit in a salad, but I made a mock smoky chicken tahini jackfruit sandwich. Oh, go ahead on now, Marie. That sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. Cornbread and chili, can't beat that. And water salad. We're going to be throwing down tomorrow after church. We're going to be throwing down. Yes, indeed. So, yeah. So, I know I'm going to do the salad tonight, but debating on the cornbread. The stir fry would be done in the morning. The basmati rice in the morning. And the cauliflower rice, I basically put that in the microwave. So the main part of the cauliflower rice is seasoning it. Because I get frozen. It's in the bags, frozen in the bags. This is the organic cauliflower rice that you get from Costco. And there's several small bags inside this bag. And so I just pop it in there, pull it out, season it. Really nice. And then you put the stir fry over top of the cauliflower. And it is amazing. Amazing. For those of you who are having the cauliflower, but I also have basmati rice. So, there's my chili, y'all. It's seasoned. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Oh, somebody gonna be happy tomorrow. But Dr. Woody gonna be happy tonight. I should just go ahead and make him some cornbread. He hasn't had it in a little while. Or I should. Or he may be able to wait till tomorrow. He may. Oh, y'all, this is amazing. Okay, so at any rate, so you remember I told you I was making my vegetable stock. So I've got the celery, the stems from my parsley, and 1/4 of a large onion. The other thing I will add to his stock is, where is it? And you can add really anything you want to your stock. I'm looking for, oh, there it is, about to fall. About to fall. Okay. Peppercorn. Yeah, that's about a teaspoon of peppercorns. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add a pinch of pink Himalayan salt. If I had a bay leaf, I would add that too, but I don't think I have any bay leaf. Nope. I got no bay leaf. But I am going to add a few organic carrots. Give it a little sweetness. Okay. And all I'm going to do is simmer this until these vegetables become like mush. And then strain it, and that'll be my vegetable stock that I'll need to make the sauce for my um, broccoli and portobello mushroom stir fry. Okay? Okay. So whatever I don't use, I put it in the container and freeze it. Or if I'm going to use it sooner than that, I'll put it in a mason jar and put it in the refrigerator. Okay? Okay. Well, y'all, that's the end of this live. I got to go, and I'm sure y'all got to go too. Okay? I got a lot, not a whole lot, but I do have some more to do before I stop this evening and get ready for tomorrow morning. But thank you for joining me for this live. I want you to have the most amazing rest of your Saturday evening. If the Lord says the same, I see you all. For those of you who worship with us, 11 o'clock, New Salem, discovernewsalem.org. If you want to go to the website, Discover New Salem on Facebook, if you want to go to Facebook. But 11 o'clock is the start, and we will be there with bells on, with anticipation, waiting to give all the praise and the glory that's due his name. Amen. Amen. So I love y'all with all my heart and a piece of my liver too. And I will see you on the next live. Okay? All right.